Hi, welcome back to my channel Redefine Yourself. Are you ready to know how to forgive our loved ones? Come, let's go inside the video. Hi, hope in my last video you would have understood the significance and importance of forgiving someone or some situation from the past. Today I am going to tell you how to handle people and forgive those whom we meet on a day-to-day basis. It could be your friend, a family member, or a colleague. In case of close relationship, you should always keep in mind that before you go forward to forgive that person, it is always better to resolve that issue. Resolve in the sense meaning that you have to go and tell them how much you really value them and how much it hurts when they ignore you or when they hurt you. If the person really values you and also feels bad for what he has done, he would surely regret and change his attitude. In case if he doesn't do so, it is always better for you to be assertive and detach yourself slowly from the person. Detaching yourself from someone doesn't mean that you have to avoid them. It is only detaching yourself emotionally and not physically. This happens only when you are able to empathize on that person and forgive them internally. This means that you should not feel uncomfortable or suffer from within when you face that person. Instead, you should be equipped in such a manner that you're able to greet them with a beautiful smile and move on. As Jesus says in the Holy Scriptures, "Forgive them, Lord, for they do not know what they do." Similarly, my dear friends, just forgive them from within and move on. When you start following this act of forgiveness, you tend to become more assertive, you tend to become a good decision maker, you tend to avoid conflicts, and you also strengthen your interpersonal relationship. Now let's discuss how to get over the resentment embedded in our minds caused due to the upbringing methodologies used by our parents. Few of us might have resentment towards our parents or our guardians when we were kids, either because they were too strict to us, or they had shown partiality between genders, or they wouldn't have spent much time with us. This is because as kids our perspectives are very low. Our family becomes our world and we tend to become very sensitive for any small thing they do. We need to rationalize on this, my dear friends, because the circumstances, the ideology, and the kind of upbringing was completely different during those days. The principles that they used to follow before is not the same that we follow now. For example, capital punishment, which is completely forbidden now, was not so then. Similarly, my dear friends, the upbringing methodology that they used were those which they had learned from their ancestors. Don't you know how difficult it is to bring up 2 or 3 children nowadays? Just imagine they had about 6 to 12 kids then. How difficult it would have been for them to bring up so many children, and that too in a very well-disciplined manner. So my dear friends, old age is not the time for us to take revenge or show grudge on our parents. Instead, as matured adults, it becomes our duty to forgive them and empathize them from their point of view and accept them as they are and fill them with love and care so that they live a peaceful life at their old age. Hope the information I have shared in this video about forgiving our loved ones and the people whom we meet on a day-to-day basis, and also our parents at the older age, has been very informative. Stay tuned till I meet you in my next video on parenting. Thank you. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe my channel and click on the bell icon. For any kind of counseling support, you can mail to the below mail ID or send in WhatsApp to fix an appointment for live counseling. Thank you.